And before we wrap up, speaking about another major threat to the country and to the family unit, tell me a little bit about how the immigration has been going over in your neck of the woods and
Mm.
how people are responding to it. I mean, there's just crime after crime that we see on the news committed by illegal immigrants that are just flooding in and wreaking havoc on the community and the natives there.
It's an absolute disaster. I
Yeah.
mean, we've had it really for the last 25 years when immigration stepped up a level in the UK from the time of Tony Blair. But in the last 4 or 5 years, it's just gone even to a higher level. Now we're seeing in the UK tens of thousands of migrants coming illegally across the English Channel. I mean, I know that you've got an even bigger problem in the USA with the southern border there. I mean, I feel the same. I feel like you. It's a country that's being
It's the
invaded.
same playbook. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
immigration. It's not migrants that are, sweet and mothers and children. It's an invasion. It's an invasion of
Mm.
men, mostly men who are fighting age and have zero respect for the country or its values or anything. They're not here to adapt and assimilate and be a positive contribution to the country. They're here to invade and destroy.
Absolutely. And I don't think anyone minds a small number of people coming over who contribute to the country like we had in the past. People who have got skills, who want to start
Mhm.
businesses, who want to, be employed in jobs where there's a skills shortage. Not that we should have a skills shortage.
Mhm.
I mean, there's absolutely no reason for a country like the USA or the UK or Germany or France to have a
True.
skills shortage because we got tens or hundreds of millions of people. I mean, that's ridiculous. But
Right.
you actually wonder if these skills shortages are fabricated artificially. But the
Yeah.
solution they offer then is mass migration, and this is facilitated by the government because in the UK we have a huge moat around our island that's 20 or 30 miles wide. This
Right.
shouldn't be possible for
No.
migrants to come across the English Channel, but they actually are being brought into the center of the channel, escorted by the French Coast Guard. Then the Royal Navy and the Border Force from the UK meets them, picks them up, and then sails them back to Dover. And then they get bussed around to accommodation, which is seemingly already there for them. So this is not just something that is happening, without
Help.
the involvement of government in it. The government is doing this. They are
Yeah.
facilitating it, and
Right. And they're
they are,
rolling out the it's like a
treacherous.
red carpet first class escort
Mm.
experience too. It's like, they're going to fly them in, they're going to bus them in, they're going to get them free hotels and cell phones once they get in.
Mm.
It's unbelievable how much when people say, "Oh, it's just, they're just naturally migrating because they're in fear of what their home country is like." No, no, no. This is a operation, a full-scale operation and invasion.
Yeah, of course, because the vast majority of them are military-aged men. In a
Yeah.
normal migration movement where people are fleeing war or disaster, you have men, women, and children together. But this is different. This is
Yeah.
almost all military-aged men.
Yeah.
And you can see them setting up camps in the UK, more in Ireland. It's very obvious that they're
Hmm.
building camps for them to live in. And they're totally changing the demographics of the country. And
Yes.
you can live in a small village of 500 people, and suddenly you find the government has put 1,000 migrants in the edge of your village, and then
Yeah.
suddenly they're the majority in a place that you call home. And
Right.
and they just say, well, you take it or you're racist. Don't protest, because if you protest, you're racist. That's the message that is coming from the government in this country
That's
and
the
other
playbook.
countries around.
Yep. It's insane.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
thankfully, we have leaders like you and political parties like the Heritage that is, trying to stop us and raise awareness. Can you tell
yeah.
everybody where they can find you and follow you, David? You're awesome and, chock full of information. And I'm so glad that we've got you and others like you that are fighting to wake people up.
Well, thanks, DeAnna.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was really great to be on your show to be able to
Yeah.
talk about all of this. And, I'm the leader of the Heritage Party in the UK. You can find out more about us on heritageparty.org, which is our website. And you can follow me on Twitter as well, at David Curtin.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks so much, David Curtin. We'll have you back on again for more updates.